What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sanam Simon, and I am here to talk to you about personal development. All right. So today we're actually in a different setting. I do have my friends in here in front of me, and we are talking about money. I am super, and I think that as a society, it's not something that we are being taught, like, in high school, middle school. No one really teaches you, even in university. I did take some class, but it's not something that we can openly speak about. I think maybe it's a very personal thing that people don't really talk about their own finances, but it's a taboo thing still. But I feel like it is something that everybody needs to be aware of. And I kind of want to educate. And I've been in the financial service industry for the past 3 years. And I've got for you, my viewers on YouTube and my friends as well, and here 10 tips on your personal finance. So, number one is going to be the idea and the mindset behind money. When we think about investing, we shouldn't be thinking that investing is only for the wealthy people, or investing is something that you can do or start doing whenever you high peak of your career, whatever it is. I feel like investing is for everyone. It's not only for the wealthy people. It's something that everybody can do. Whenever you talk about investing, everybody says, no, I don't know how to invest, or I don't know what it is, or whatever. So I think that even for your mind frame, think that it's something you can learn. And there's a lot of courses online as well. And there's a lot of books written about it. I think you can go ahead and learn about finance, and it's not rocket science. I think it's something that you can learn and understand. So don't ever think that it's too sophisticated for you. All right. So that's number one. Investing is for everyone. So that's the number one mindset. Number two is you need to regularly review your finance. And I think reviewing and adjusting your budget is going to help you make better decisions, because if you're regularly checking, you might overlook on the budgets, or overlook the expenses that you're doing in your personal finance, for instance. I feel like if you are regularly checking your finances, you'll be able to have a better understanding of your investment portfolio, a better understanding of your financial goals. And I think it would keep reminding you of your financial goals. And it also is important to regularly check and review your finance, because you have to make sure that they align with your current circumstances, and what you're doing and what you're looking to do in the future as well. So that's number two. All right. I hope you guys are taking notes. And I'll be going through this very super fast. Number three is be mindful of your spending. I feel like being mindful is a key. If you're not intentional about your spending, that will make a difference on how you're going to be saving and how much you will be investing. And I feel like, sometimes you have to avoid the things that is making you spend more. For example, for me was like, I don't really go to the mall because I get super tempted. Like I see something and I want to buy it, and I want to, I'll just be like, it's just $100, whatever it is. So because of that, I don't really go to malls, or unless I'm like making a conscious decisions of like once a year, for example, I want to buy like these things, and intentionally I go for the purpose of shopping. Otherwise, I wouldn't really go to any places where people are gonna be grabbing money. Why money? So I think if you're mindful of your spending, it's very hard for you to like just throw a bunch of like on the things that is not even necessary, right? There's a lot of things that I've actually personally bought, and I never wore them, especially clothings or even shoes. Like I don't wear them. I don't like maybe once, or it's like a summer thing, and it's like I only wear them for 1 month, and like you can't repeat them every single day. So it's like rarely that you wear them. So I feel like if you're mindful of your spending, it helps you to even be a little, intentional. All right. So number four is negotiation is a skill. And when it comes to negotiating, I feel like people don't really know that you can negotiate on your loans, credit card interest rates, even services that you get. Like you can always negotiate. And I think also if you're like an entrepreneur like myself, you can always negotiate with people to give them a certain, percentage. Maybe like you're helping them with marketing, whatever it is that you're helping them in that business, you can get a share of like maybe like 5%, 10%, whatever of that business. and you don't actively have to work with them, but you can make a negotiation where it makes sense, a win-win for both of you, but it would be a passive income for you as well. So negotiation is a skill that it's something that you can learn, something that you can practice. There's a lot of books, there's a lot of courses that would teach you about the idea of negotiation. All right. Number 5 is stay informed about market trends. Listen, if you're like me, I don't really like news. I don't really read the newspaper. I don't really, have like a desire to sit down on a TV and like listen to TVs. I think it's so boring. But also especially finance. But you could have friends around you. That's something I do. Maybe it's a tip for you, like friends that, actively look at the market trends and they're very interested about it. They're very enthusiastic. So I just call them once in a while, or I just, hung out with them to just kind of understand how market trends are if I'm feeling a little lazy. But usually it's important that you like go check it out and how it's working, especially if you're investing in a certain things. It's important that you know how the market trends are, because it will help you to keep an eye open on your like economic trends, interest rates, market conditions, and this knowledge can help you guide on your investment decisions. Like when you're making investment decisions, you would know exactly what to do, when to buy more, when to sell more, those kinds of things. Okay, so that's number 5. And number 6 is learn financial literacy. I think this should even be number 1. But financial literacy is, I think, generally people, like I say in the beginning, people don't really like to talk about finances, especially personal finances. But I feel like it's something that you can go ahead and learn from online. There's a lot of YouTubers that would teach you about finance. There's a lot of TikTokers if you like. There's also a lot of courses you can buy, or a lot of books that talk about money. And my favorite one is, especially with the mindset of money and how you perceive money, what it is, all that kind of stuff, is my favorite is by Jen Sincero. It's called You Are a Badass at Making Money. I think she is the best. I love that book so much and I recommend it to every single person I met. So you can definitely go ahead and read it. I think it helps you understand the mind frame that we have growing up, with money, and it kind of like heals your relationship with money. So I will probably be doing some book reviews or things that I learned from that book, because I definitely read it twice at least. And I learned a lot of things. The subconsciously we have this like perception that we brought when we grow up, or what our mom and dad told us about money. Maybe it's something that, is impossible to get. Maybe it's related with sweat, or it's hard to get. It's never there. Those kinds of things. If you have that like perception of money, it does affect you on how you treat money and how you take care of money, or like how you hold money basically. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and read that book. It's super interesting. Okie dokie. So we were at number 6. Teach yourself financial literacy. I think it will save you tons. If you understand how the tax works, if you understand how the real estate work, what real interest rates are, all these kinds of things, I think it's so important because it will set you apart. Okay. Number 7 is plan your major expenses. I know that I mentioned a little bit about going to malls and like shopping earlier. So when you are making a major expenses, don't just do it like with the flow. Don't go with the flow when it comes to like major expenses. Anticipate your major expenses, like, maybe like you're thinking about purchasing a home, education, maybe it's like a student loan or like medical costs or whatever it is. You got to plan ahead and how you're going to use it and how you're going to pay it, especially with student loans. I would probably be making some videos about it, but student loan is super important because it affects you later on. People are just like spending it. I've been super conservative with my usage of student loans and paying it on time and stuff like that. So I will share some tips for the young, university or college students as well in the future. I feel like I'm making a lot of promises, but it's good because I want to keep these episodes coming. So yeah. And what was I saying? Number 7, yes. Number 8. Number 8 is avoiding impulse buying. Bro, don't just go to the shopping and just like buy a bunch of things. Or there is actually a thing called Amazon binge purchasing. Is that even a thing? I don't know. Probably I'm messing up with the names, but it's like addiction where people can't stop buying from Amazon. And I've seen some like reality shows or whatever, people are just like addicted to it. And it's a serious issue, which was super funny to me, but it could be very addicting. I think the fact that Amazon is like super fast and it's just so they're playing with our minds. Okay. The marketing that they do behind everything that we see online is super, super hard to deal with. And so avoid impulsive buying. Okay. I think if you impulsively purchase things, it can derail your budget. And so therefore you need to start mindful spending by giving yourself time to consider whether a purchase is necessary or not, whether you're gonna take time and be like, okay, is this important for me or is this not? Like, is this something I need to do right now? Do I really need it? Those kind of things. I think it's super important that we keep in mind those things. All right. So number 8 is wait, did I say number 8? I think we are on number 9. I'm trying to keep this video short for you guys and my friends here too. We're just having a conversation, but I'm just like packing all of the stuff that we spoke about and I'm just like presenting it to you. Basically, that's what's happening. And yeah, number 1 and number 9. Sorry, why do I keep saying number 1? I think I need to chill out. Maybe did I drink a lot of coffee today? Maybe not. Anywho, too much energy. But number 9 is periodically reassess your goals, like life change, right? You graduate, you get married, you have children, there's so many things. Maybe you increase your family. So there's a lot of life change that happens in our life. And so when you do your financial goals, you have to regularly reassess your short term and long term finances. So that would help you to ensure that you are aligning with your values and aspirations and that you are on track. Okay. So that's important to reassess your goals, reassess, what your short term is. Are you achieving them? And kind of like reflect on the things, on the decisions you've made before. And lastly, number 10 is seek professional advice when needed. Okay. I wouldn't suggest you that you rely 100% on financial advisors because some of them are good, some of them are not. Some of them do have the best interest of you as a customer. Some of them don't care. So you have to make sure that you are finding the right person to talk about your finances. And whenever you're unsure about your financial decisions, you have to seek advice, usually from a certified advisor or financial planner. Those would help you a lot, and they could even give you like a personalized guidance or like yeah super personalized kind of like plan and map to help you with your unique situation. So whenever you need it, don't ever feel stuck. Even though I told you, teach yourself all that kind of stuff, it's good to be aware, but also it's important that you seek professional advices because there are certain accounts that you have no idea about that the professional advisor might know more. So in that aspect, I think we are done. So I said 10 of them. I'm just going to briefly, mention what they were. Number 1 was investing is for everyone. Don't ever think that's only for wealthy. Don't ever think it's like something I need to do when I'm like 40 years old or whatever. So if you're young, start as soon as you get your career going. And it's a habit. It's something that you practice. It's something that have it once you're rich, maybe a millionaire, you will be able to know what to do with your money. So start early. And number 2 is I spoke about regularly reviewing your finances to make sure that they align with your current circumstances or they align with your, aspirations and stuff like that. Number 3 is be mindful about your spending. That one is super key because you need to be intentional about your spending, what you are and differentiating what your wants and needs are. Therefore, you're going to be avoiding unnecessary expenses. All right. So number 4 is negotiating as a skill. Again, you can learn how to do this. Maybe get a sales job or I don't know. If you're young, sure, you can go into sales and learn a lot about psychology of people and like negotiation and stuff. But you don't really have to get a job to get to understand that. It's something, with your parents, you negotiate. With your partner, you negotiate. Everywhere you go, there is negotiation. So start practicing it and be mindful about it, maybe. Or maybe you could read a bunch of books, okay? So number 5 is stay informed about the market trends, okay? I know it can be boring, but keep an eye on the economic trends, interest rates, market conditions. your knowledge can guide your investment decisions. Okie dokie. So number 6 is learn about financial literacy. Okay, go get a course. You don't really have to even buy it. I'm pretty sure the library, if you're in Calgary, for example, there's like a public library. They offer like free courses on finances. There's a lot of books that you can borrow as well that talk about finances. Okay. And number 7 is plan your major expenses. Don't be impulsive with your buying, with your expenses. You need to like plan it out, write it down, make sure that you are, budgeting your effectively, pretty much. And number 8, avoid impulsive buying. Don't be so crazy. Okay. Always consider whether the purchase is necessary or not necessary. So if it's not necessary, you should probably be investing it than buying certain things. Number 9 is reassess your goals. Make sure that your long-term and short-term goals are aligning with your values and aspirations, making sure that you are on the right track, paying off your debts or whatever. So that's important. Number 10, seek professional advisor. And I have explained that to you as well. I hope you guys enjoy this session of maybe I should probably start podcast. What do you guys think? I should probably be starting this, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was informative. If you want to learn more about finances and like if there's any topics that you want me to speak about, make sure that you leave me a comment down below and make sure you subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Guys, that will help me a lot. My goal is to reach, I think right now we have like 130 subscribers. I am pretty sure that if I continue doing this, like after, I don't know, 2 years, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe I was so happy about 130 subscribers or whatever. Maybe I'll have a bunch of subscribers. But the point is, make sure you subscribe to my channel, help me out with that, and give me some feedback on how to improve and do better. And I can't even begin to share with you guys how excited I am to do more content. And I am pretty much just like super excited about this thing. And I can't wait to upload this and another more to come. So the best is yet to come. And I thank you guys for supporting me. Make sure to go ahead and follow me on Facebook at Salam Simon. TikTok is the same thing, Salam Simon. Everywhere, pretty much. If you want to go on my LinkedIn and you want to talk to me professionally, talk to me on LinkedIn as well. But this is the end of this video. And I hope you guys have a fantastic, fantastic week. Today is Monday, so happy Monday, everyone. And yeah, I hope you understand these steps that I shared with you guys. And I will share, these ones are more of a shallow ones, general ones, but I will explain more in depth in the coming episodes. All right. Bye bye.